Hey Michael, thank you for coming out today. We're standing right next to a breaker panel, and so tell me a little bit about what do you look for as an inspector?
Sure, sure. So this is a beautiful new panel, and obviously we're going to want to inspect the inside of this thing. But before we go into it, there's a lot of stuff on the outside we want to look at. This is the service mast coming in, the service entrance up above us. We want to make sure that all that is nice and tight and no leaks are happening. We want to check the label on this panel to see that we have the proper circuitry in it. So this is a GE panel. It's rated for 240 and 120 volt, single phase, 3-wire, up to 200 amps max.
Okay.
So anything I see in here should be single phase, 120 to 240, maximum 200 amps. And I see here that the main is a 200 amp cutoff. So that tells me that everything in here should be compliant as far as the wiring is concerned. I have to get into the panel to inspect that wiring.
Sure.
But that just gives me the basic information of what I should see. Another thing I'm going to look for is grounding. And I start looking at that on the outside. And right over here I can see straight from the meter pan, we have a ground wire going straight into the slab here. And we have what's called an inter-system grounding device or bonding device, where your telecommunication equipment connects to the same ground that all the electrical equipment is connected to.
Nice.
That way, if there's a strike here, it won't get past these breakers and get into the house.
Okay. Yeah, I see that it's neatly labeled and things like that. Of course, that's you would think that would be common sense, but do you come up to inspections? Some of these things are not done.
Absolutely, all the time. This one is properly labeled, and it should be. Sometimes we'll see missing breaker slots.
Sure.
Where someone could literally put their finger in there and touch a bus bar, and that's the end of the day for that person, unfortunately. Another thing we look at is the amperage rating on these breakers. For example, this air conditioner breaker has a 30 amp breaker on it. I should be able to go back to that air conditioner condensing unit, verify the maximum amperage allowed on that unit, and if it's 30 amps, it'll be in compliance. Say that's a 1-ton unit and it's got a maximum amperage of, say, 20 amps or 25 amps, and then I come over here and there's a 30 amp breaker. Well, we're allowing potentially too much amperage to that unit, could cause damage to that unit. So just by looking at the numbers here, we can gather a lot of information.
Okay, a bunch of serious information, and this is something that we always take seriously as a real estate agent and inspector, is to make sure that we understand a little bit about that and what it should look like. So thank you so much.
Yeah, I got to say, it's a lot of real common sense.
There you go.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming out. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you,
right.
Shannon.
Thank you.